The new ATF rules concerning privately made firearms goes into effect tomorrow, August 24th, 2022. Let's break it down again and get your questions answered tonight on the FTQ 80% Tuesday night Fireside Chat. So, folks, welcome to the Tuesday night FTQ 80% Fireside Chat. As usual, it's great seeing you guys, man. I see the usual suspects all in the chat. Man, it's great to have you guys here. Welcome. Here on FTQ 80%, we talk about anything and everything about guns. We focus on 80% builds, but almost any subject is not off limits. We just ask that everybody be respectful. So if you are new, welcome to the show tonight. We appreciate you coming. Join the chat with the usual suspects. We got several people in there. We'll talk to them in just a minute. But tonight, if you have any questions, please, it's bound to be a lot of questions on the subject tonight. And all I ask is that you put 4 question marks before your question. So our co-host, Weapon XYZ, he doesn't have to search through the chat too deep, and he can actually pull your questions out so we can get them answered. Tonight, what we have is the ATF, well, it's about the same. They're trying to take our money, but the ATF definition of a frame and receiver and identification of firearms, it goes into effect tomorrow. We'll talk more about that. We were going to do an in-depth review, but you know what? Unless you guys have questions, we're not even going to go. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and we're going to talk about how we go forward. But if you guys have questions, I have the document pulled up. We can definitely dive into it if you like. No problem at all. Next week, we'll be talking about, well, since the ATF doesn't want us to build our own firearms, we'll talk about what other self-defense, EDC, and home defense weaponry we can build and modify at home. That's being brought to us by our very own Weapon XYZ. And speaking of which, I like to introduce our co-host with the most. This guy is always on point. He's always coming in hot, and he's always got something good for us to hear. And he's my right hand man. I don't know if I could do the show without him. It would be very, very hard pressed to do it. So I just want to introduce Mr. Weapon XYZ. What's going on, my dude?
Aww.
I would give you the finger, but we might have kids watching.
Oh, it was the pointer.
What's been going on with you this week, my man?
Oh, dude, just a long week, man. Working.
Yeah, man.
Got a whole lot other than that going on.
Okay, all right. Yeah, how's the healing? You and the wife good?
Oh, we good.
All right. Well, I knew the wife had a little minor situation last week. She doing better?
Yeah.
Okay,
good. She's doing a little bit better.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Or 2 coming up, other than that, she's doing good.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? Before we get into the events that are coming up this week, man, why don't we go ahead and see who is in the chat tonight? And I see one dude. I'm so glad to see him here, man. Go ahead. Who we got in the chat tonight?
What's up, Senior Moment?
There he is. Senior Moment
in the house. Mr. Vino.
Yeah. What's going on? All the usual suspect.
Got Zach 429 in the house.
Good to see you, man.
Darth Dav 777.
Yep.
Money Reviews. We got NC Shooter. Got Mr. B.
Yeah, Mr. B. Is Mr. B new? Mr. B, you've been around before, man. I don't remember seeing Mr. B here before.
Well, he hold on. I got a message from coming up here. So Mr. B says he misses the wacky one. We all do, man. We all do.
Okay. Yeah. Sarge, I want their ATM too, man.
And Raymond Stewart finally stayed awake to hang out with us tonight.
Little Ray. What's going on, my man? Good to see everybody. We definitely appreciate everybody. Ryan Brooks. Okay. I got you. Now I know, Mr. B. All right, cool. Glad to see everybody here. I mean, guys, if you want to join us tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link. You know what? I forgot to put the link in this one, but give me a second. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If you want to join us live tonight, guys, feel free, join us up. You don't need to download anything. Just click the link and you'll be guided to where to go to get into the back room, the green room, and we'll go ahead and add you in, and you can join us. Sorry about that. I was reading something. Yeah, so you can join us. The link is now in the chat, and that way, if you guys have anything to talk about tonight as far as the ATF, man, there's been a lot going on today, man. That's one of the reasons, one of the reasons I didn't want to get too deep into the rules as they are now, is because there's been changes, and we'll get more into that. We don't have I don't as of yet have the specifics on what's been changed, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. But yeah, and that absolutely is the problem. But before we get into all that, let's talk about what events we have coming up this week. We got the action pistol matches, and give me a second. Hold on. We got the action pistol matches in North Carolina, Eastern North Carolina Shooting Range, and Rocky Mount, North Carolina, on Thursday, the 25th. And I'm going to be down there. I'm actually, hopefully, Dad will be with me, because we actually finished Dad's frame, which I will post up. I got one more thing I'm trying to do, so that's the reason I haven't posted it, but it'll be posted up in the forum no later than Thursday, because Dad and I are going down to Rocky Mount. We'll be down at the action pistol shooters match, and if you guys are anywhere close to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, come out and see us, and we'll be there, because I think this might be the last Thursday. I'm not sure. They don't have anything else on the schedule yet, but I'll find out this week if there's going to be anything else. The next thing coming up, which I just found out tonight, Guns Out is having a range day. September 17th, 2022 is going to be at the new iCal Shooting Sports and Fitness Center. If you haven't seen this fitness center, go to Guns Out TV on YouTube. And they did 2 videos on this place. I mean, it is absolutely outstanding. It's got state-of-the-art workout equipment. It's got a state-of-the-art shooting range down in the basement. This place is absolutely. This place is within three hours of me. So when I heard about this, I was like, I've got to go. So September 17th, if you're anywhere in the vicinity of Ashburn, Virginia, come out. I'll be there. There'll be a lot of YouTubers there. What do you call it? Staccato is going to be there. 6 Hour is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of industry people there, and you'll get to try out Terran Tactical. I don't know if he'll be there, but Terran Tactical's team will be there, and we'll be able to try out all of his guns that'll be on site. So definitely come out if you guys can make it out. Come out there, make it out there. And of course, in October, you have the SIG Freedom Days in New Hampshire. I'm booked October 15th.
Nice.
Registered. I'm just trying to get my flights and my hotel to match up with the actual event days, times, is becoming a nightmare. But I'm going to be there, even if I have to drive 12 hours to get there. Yes, it'll take 12 hours for me to drive there. Hopefully I can get a flight to be able to get there. I might miss either the beginning or the end, but I'll be there either way. So with that being said, man, that's all the events that we have coming up right now. If you guys know of any events, please feel free, post them up in the chat. We'll be definitely, matter of fact, I'm going to post up all of the events that I just said. I'm going to post up the links that you guys can go to to get registered. Let's see. Let me know if those came through okay. I posted all of the links, but if they didn't post right, let me know. I'll post them individually. You know what? Let me just post them individually, because I don't know if it's going to post right. Yeah, see that one. And one. What we got going on, Sarge? What Sarge
Talk
got?
about the current situation with the whole holster company thing in the chat.
Gotcha. All right, so all of the links are posted up for Thursday, September 17th, and for Freedom Days. Guys, if you're going to be there, let me know, and we'll meet up there. So get to shoot some nice weapons that none of us own, or maybe some of us do own. So, but other than that, next up, what we got?
Zex was asking what day was the Ashburn.
That is Saturday, September 17th. It's going to be from 9 to 5. It's a one-day event. The flyer says 8 to 5, but it is actually 9 to 5. So everything I saw said 9 to 5 except for the flyer, so I'm assuming it's 9 to 5. Maybe there was an adjustment after the flyer was made and they weren't going to make a whole new round of flyers, which I wouldn't have either. But anyway, Zex, if you're going to be there, man, let me know and we'll meet up, because I plan on driving in that morning. I'll probably get there myself around 8 o'clock. I'll leave here probably around 4:30, get there around 8 o'clock, take my time getting there, and we'll check everything out. So other than that, are there any other questions? Weapon?
Doesn't look like it. No other questions yet.
Cool. Well, anyway, so let's get into this ATF thing, man, because yeah, man, I hope you're able to make it. It'd be nice to put a face with the name.
It sounds like a fun time, dude. After you showed me that earlier today, I was like, damn. And I watched their little preview video thing, the promo video. Yeah.
Those guys seem like a lot of fun, man. I've been watching them for a minute, and they do a lot of fun things, and I definitely want to have some one-on-one, and maybe we can get them on the show sometime. You never know.
Right.
Yeah, I know they're always willing to help other channels, so maybe we'll get them on the show. Wish me luck. I'm going to definitely talk to them about it. I got to get me some merch, man. I got to get me a hat and something say FTQ 80% and JMD. I got to get something, man. Anybody got any connects on some good merch, man? Let me know. I know Sarge got a good connect. Yeah, I'd have to hit me up, Sarge. But yeah, let's talk about this, man, because this is getting straight up ridiculous, man. Now, Guns and Gadgets, he put out a video today, and it talked about the changes that the ATF put up 2 days ago or yesterday, and how
less than 24 hours before the ruling was going into effect.
Right. So I mean, they put it up at the end of the day yesterday. Before, I guess they wanted to fly under the radar. I don't know. But you guys can watch the video. I put there's the information. You guys can go to Guns and Gadgets, or you can just research or search for Guns and Gadgets on YouTube. And I'm putting it in the chat right now with the link, so if you guys just want to click on the link, that's fine too, but go after the show, guys, or pull up another window if you really need to look at it. But go to minute number if you want to just a recap. He reads this whole letter through the video, but he recaps it at the end at minute 5:40. He recaps exactly what it says, because there's a lot of legal jargon you can expect in there, and I was almost lost. But he recaps, and basically they try to get this change to the rule that's supposed to go into effect in about an hour and 45 minutes under the wire, without any, from what I understand. You're supposed, if there's any major changes to the our Arm Scholars covered it as well. I didn't get a chance to see his tonight before we went live, but
what's up, Mine?
What's going on, mine? But yeah, so basically what they're saying is if there's has been any changes to the document that they're supposed to have another comment session. Give me 1 second. Let me put my phone on.
Yeah, it's got to be reviewed.
It's got to be reviewed. So and plus there's lawsuits going on. So the lawsuits, they have to have the plaintiffs or defendants, or probably plaintiffs, have to review the changes. Yep. So before they go into effect, which is at midnight tonight. So if they haven't had the opportunity to review the changes, then how is it legal? Is basically what I'm assuming from
right.
And like I said, I am completely paraphrasing. Go to his video. He's the aficionado on all the legalese and everything. But I definitely wanted to make sure you guys heard it, just in case you haven't seen the video. Right. What were you going to say, Weapon?
That's like changing the wording of a law while there's a major court case going on involving that specific law.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of a sudden that court case becomes a very messy, sloppy bunch of bullshit, because here you are contesting a law that has now been changed. In which way they changed it, we don't know. You know, and what, maybe it was just a phrasing or a grammar thing. Who fucking knows, right? But
yeah,
besides the fact that you can't do that, it's a slippery slope they're traveling, pulling that bullshit, because there's been cases won for very, very similar issues before.
Right.
That he actually gets into one of those specific cases and how that could be good for our battle. You know, our battle is Second Amendment gun-loving Americans. So this,
I mean, he states the case, one of the cases where, you know, the judge actually said, no, you can't do that. So I mean, basically, it's either going to come down to they're going to delay it going into effect, which I guess we expected to hear something today, because I mean, the courts are closed, unless if somebody has heard. If somebody put out a video with an update, please let us know, because I have not seen. I looked at my YouTube and I hadn't had any notifications that anything had come out. So if anybody heard anything, please let us know so we can definitely pull it up and look through it. So
yeah, I've been watching my subscriptions as well.
Yeah, it's just nuts, man.
Oh, that's not great to hear, Bob. Says GOA lost the preliminary injunction.
Yeah. Okay, so they lost that. That was the one that Armed Scholar was talking about last week, that the judge was supposed to rule on today before it goes active tomorrow. Is that the one, Bob? So I know Armed Scholar had a video out last week, though I think I sent you the link also, that the ATF slipped up and said something in court, or their lawyer said something in court.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm not gonna, yeah, that's the one. Okay. Legally armed America, briefly covered it. Okay. So, we kind of expected that. Because he waited until the last day, probably at 4:45 p.m. to hand it down, and everything closes. Yeah, exactly. He's probably waiting to the last second, so it can't be contested before the freaking rule goes into effect. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. It's like, you had a whole week to rule on it, and then you wait to the exact day before. To tell us what we already knew you were going to say. Anyway, man, did you come across anything new that we didn't cover, guys? If you want to go step by step through, if you look in our, matter of fact, I'm gonna find the link. We went through step by step when it first came out. ruling or the rules as they were going to come out. We went through step by step and explained it all. If you guys have any questions that you might want to find out about, go to let me see, let me find it. I'll find it. We did it back April 12th, I think it was April 12th broadcast. We talked all episode about the ATF rules and what they were planning on doing as of tomorrow. Yeah, here it is. Let me grab the link and I will post it up. Hopefully this won't start playing because I did hit pause. Yes, I did already. Yeah, so here's the link to the April, what was it, April 12th? Yeah, somewhere around it. Yeah, April 12th. We streamed it and paste. There is the link. If you want to go back, check it out. We go into detail. We go through line by line. We break it down. And if nothing, the problem is we don't know what they changed. No clue. So going through it tonight might mean nothing.
For all we know, they could have put a smiley face at the end of the document.
Or the middle finger.
Or a middle finger emoji.
Or the middle finger emoji. Yeah. Yeah. That because we know that's how they feel about it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they were saying that they made mistakes. Well, if you made mistakes and you're acknowledging you made mistakes, how do we know that you didn't make mistakes in the entire document? I mean,
right. Or all of a sudden the wording that you used becomes something that you can use against us.
Yeah, that too. Absolutely.
All of a sudden you go in there and tweak a few bits of words, and next thing you know, a stapler is a firearm. You know? Assholes.
Hey, look, I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I really wouldn't. I really would not be surprised. But anyway, the whole rule change is a mistake. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely is a mistake. 100% a mistake, man. It's unconstitutional. It's not going to change a thing as far as crime, because most people that build these aren't committing crimes with them. And even the guys that do build them that want to commit crime, they might get one shot because they don't know how to build them.
I see it all day long. Trust me. You can tell who actually cares about doing it and taking their time and putting the effort into it and making it look clean and smooth and factory. And then you can tell who's fed meth to a bunch of angry beavers and let them go to town on the channel. So, you know,
look, even we take, I mean, and we've built several of them. Yeah. Even we take hours to build these things correctly.
Yeah.
You know, I recently sat down and showed someone how to build one, and I'm not going to say who this person is, but they basically said when we were done after 8 hours of polishing, of, you know, fine tuning the rear rails, of doing everything, getting it to cycle, drop testing, everything they needed. 8 hours later, he said, Joe Biden's full of shit. 30 minutes it took longer than 30 minutes to get set up.
I think my initial build, just because my first build, the Deadpool, just because I took my time, the initial build, just getting everything assembled, you know, a smooth rack and everything, 4 or 5 hours, you know, and that's polishing and sanding and making sure everything's level and even, and let's not even knowing what to do. Get into the and that's knowing what to do, and let's not even get into the additional, you know, 5 or 6 hours of customization and rail leveling. And,
5 or 6 hours,
all that shit.
I wish I could show the frame tonight, man. I wish I could just show it, but they'd shut us down. Maybe I'll show it when the last 30 seconds. I'll show it.
It's one of these. Can't even tell.
I'll probably get a freaking YouTube strike.
You get a strike for sure.
Definitely would get a strike. But yeah, man. So I mean, the usual suspects are here, and these guys already all know everything. Yeah. 8 hours sounds about right. That's about what it takes to do it the correct way and do it where it's going to fire consistently. And, after making sure everything is right, it's going to save your life. I mean, I carry, Copperhead every day because I trust it with my life. Plain Jane sits in the house. She needs some work. She needs work. I don't trust her just yet.
The plainest Jane I have in my house right now is mechanic, and
yeah,
they're not exactly plain.
Yeah, and you can't exactly carry that in the summertime.
No,
you can get away with it in the winter with a big winter jacket. Where you're from, you could definitely get away with it. Yeah, I rarely have the opportunity to wear a big winter jacket.
At least half of the year we can get away with it here. A little over half the year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's 80s and 90s for us.
Yeah. Mine spent hours front lock and block just to get the OEM slide 27 to racks movement. Pain in the ass. I believe it. I definitely believe it.
What's up, 2A?
What's going on, my dude?
Thank you for joining us, bro.
Thanks for joining, and glad you made it. What Hawkeye say? 3 to 4. Go ahead and put it back up. 3 to 4 weeks. More for custom stuff. Yeah, man. Man,
absolutely.
Speaking of custom stuff,
let's not even tack on waiting time for shipping on some of the parts. You know what I mean? That maybe you got it to where you want it, but you're like, I just need this one part. 5 months later, you're like, I got it. Just time to install it now.
Yeah. You can't wait to get it. Everything's just sitting on the bench waiting. Yeah. Speaking of custom stuff, man. Yeah, Hawkeye has me. Thanks, Raymond. Appreciate that, man. Hawkeye and his lovely wife have me making some changes to Dad's Guardian frame because the stippling is done. It's all polished up, looking beautimous. But there's one little thing that we all agreed that it needed, and I'm fighting like hell to get it done. I'm not even going to tell you what it is yet, but it's definitely going to make the frame pop if I can pull it off. And I think I figured it out. Weapon was helping me with it a little while before we went live. I don't know, Weapon. What do you think, man? You think that's going to work?
I think so. Dude, I liked it. If you wanted to bring back some of the shine that was wiped off with the board cleaner, just once it's dry. Yeah, once it's dry, hit it with a little bit of Glade or an oil or mineral oil and just buff it a little bit.
I just hit it with the buffing oil that's got some of that Ultimate Black still in it.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely.
Yeah, I just hit it with that. Perfect. It right back off.
Low RPM, so you're not rubbing the paint off or stripping it. Perfect.
Yeah,
bud. Yeah.
It's gonna be tricky. See, he just told you what I'm doing.
Paint and rubbing stuff. That's all I said. Dirty bastards.
Oh man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I wish I could show. You know what? I can show you the picture, can I? I'll show you guys the pictures. I'll show them since we got time. I'll show you the pictures. But yeah, man, it was a test doing the stippling. But give me a second. I'll pull it up. Who else we got? Good.
Yeah, Bob. The trying to follow the rule changes is stupid. There's also so much misinformation going on out there, both outside of the community and within inside of the community. And you know, you have the two different sides of the party. You've got this one side that's like, oh, well, you're just going to be able to buy all of your stuff, you know, in separate blister packages sent to your home. You know, no specific vendor is going to be able to sell all of the parts to complete a firearm. And then you've got the other half of the community that's like, no, everything's got to be, you know, every lower's got to be sent to an FFL and serialized. And I've actually seen people fighting over it to an extent of like, fuck you, bro. No, fuck you. No, I said, oh, I'll prove you wrong when I mean, is this something that's worth fighting over? What the ruling's going to be with inside the community? That's just bad for business, if you ask me.
It all just sucks balls, man.
Yeah.
It's nuts. All right, let's see. Yeah, man, they're making it.
Raymond. I feel you. I just completed one about 4 months ago. I would love to share with you guys. We're just waiting on Ram to finish up something now.
Oh, see, here we go again.
But I've also been meaning to finish off the axe that I was working on a while back. I'll pick it up, rub a little bit off of the head of the axe, and then set it down. So one of these days, I need to actually sit down and put in some time and try to get it to a satin finish. Don't want it too shiny.
All right, let's see. Can I find it? Can I find it? Can I find it?
Do you have a link for that, Bob? Or are you putting that in the chat?
Yeah, Bob.
Yes, Monty, exactly. I got to rub a little bit off the head.
Okay. It's all right. I don't want it that big. All right. Let's see. Oh, damn it. My bad, guys. I got the pictures in here. I'm just making sure they're big enough for you guys to actually see. All right. Here we go. All righty. All right. Oop. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right, there we go. This is Dad's frame. It's called the Guardian. And what I'm doing is we agreed that the shield that's in the middle needs some color to make it pop. So as you can see, it has his bureau chief Department of Corrections shield on it. Let's see. So this was my second full frame that I did. So it's not bad. So
I dig it, dude. I love the starburst.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, anyway, so I'll be putting that up in the next couple of days because I'm delivering it to Dad on Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I have some antique brass paint, but I did find some gold paint that actually I tested out on one of my test my test frames. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. So that's going to be delivered Thursday, and then you guys get to see the complete build because we've actually already built the gun with another frame that I had, and I'm delivering this one, and he'll just have to drill the holes, break the tabs, do the channel, and he'll be rocking and rolling. So now that he's already done it once, he can do it this time a lot faster. So
right.
But yeah, Monty, thanks. Yeah, it definitely needs color. I believe so. We all kind of agreed on that.
I've already seen some color in a test thing, so I know what it's going to be.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go with that one, man. I had three different ones I was trying.
I dig it. Like I said, just hit it with a little oil, just bring some of the sheen back, dude. You'll be good. You'll be good to go.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, just drop a black, dark gray. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And then I'll be able to do the frame that's a partner to his that he's already built. And then we'll be ready to paint and everything else. So anyway, that's that. I'm glad I was able to show you guys. But anyway, give me a second. Let me get rid of all of these windows that are distracting me. You got anything else, Weapon?
I don't, man. I don't. I don't have anything going on. It's just been work.
Yeah,
and the usual stuff.
You know, I haven't heard any. Well, I've heard some bad news concerning guns, but it's all like wallpaper at this point. You know, you hear it every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think they arrested somebody here yesterday. Killed a woman and her kids or something or other. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on?
We've had several shootings here in Minnesota in the last 3 or 4 days. Like I think 3 or 4. There was a little 6-year-old girl hit in the Twin Cities area. I think St. Paul. In the middle of a shooting, she was just riding on her bike, was hit. Then there was a shooting here at a mall. Actually, it's the craziest one happened today. So there was a shooting at Shields. Actually, the Shields that I shop at. It's in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. It's about 15 minutes from my house. A gentleman went up to the firearms counter there, asked to see a pistol. Then proceeded to run halfway across the store, load said pistol, and kill himself there on the spot. He brought, I don't know if he brought ammunition in with him or if he grabbed a box, because the ammo is directly across from where their firearms counters are.
Was it a wheel gun?
I don't know. He grabbed it, ran across the store, and shot himself. Suicide.
I don't see him grabbing it, loading a magazine, then loading it before getting caught.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Unless it's a wheel gun or he had a loaded mag already.
I'm not sure what type of firearm it was. I'm going to do a little more research maybe before our next stream, and I'll discuss a little bit. But yeah, it was pretty sad, dude. Pretty sad. Reach out to your friends and family, man. Check in on them, see how they're doing. For everybody in the stream here.
Yeah,
I've been in that state of mind in my far past before, and I can understand, the mental state that people are in when they do things like that. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Nuts is what it is.
It's nuts, absolutely.
Nuts.
But he guess he brought the ammo into the store with him. So when he ran across the store to get away from the anybody possibly chasing him, and then loaded it and shot himself. And we had another one at another mall here recently. I mean, as you guys know, I'm 15 minutes outside of Minneapolis, so I could look at my watch. We could count to 5, and there'll be another one.
And then again, they tell us we shouldn't have weapons to protect ourselves.
Right.
What the hell was that, man? You trying to blow in my ear?
Oh, I had a bug on my screen. I'm not whispering sweet nothings.
I got that earbud in there. All I heard was oh, yes, does shed a bad light on enthusiasts and hobbyists like us.
Doesn't help.
Absolutely. Doesn't help.
Doesn't help. That's for sure. This isn't firearms aren't movie stars. This isn't any publicity is good publicity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not when it comes to firearms, unfortunately. Yeah, it's stupid shit, Monty. It's dumb, dude.
The bug whisperer. Yeah, man. So, but I guess we'll gear up tomorrow. You know what's bothering me? Let me just talk about what's bothering me. I know. Another thing bothering me. I know.
Darth Dav. I've never seen them put a Glock on the stand and ask them what its intentions were.
Yeah, It's never happened. Never happened.
Not once have they propped an AR-15 up in the chair next to the judge and went, "So can you tell me what you were thinking on that night?" Nah, never.
Yeah. Oh, Guns and Gadgets did come out with another video.
Stuart said
Baldwin. Yeah, Baldwin. Yeah. I guess it's the Senate House. I can't remember. They're supposed to be on vacation, but they're not on vacation. They're sitting somewhere creating laws that are going to drop as soon as they come back from vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these laws have the stipulation that gun manufacturers will be held liable and must produce, I think he said must produce paperwork of every one of their weapons that's been used in a crime or something like that. I'm like, are you freaking serious? I mean, I was rushing, so I'm paraphrasing. I could be totally off base, but I think I got it. I was kind of listening while I was preparing for the show. 2A
all day said he saw that too. I'm waiting for the comment to pop up so I can show it.
Yeah, he was like, what? There's no other company on the planet that's ever been, held accountable like that. I mean, including car companies, knife companies. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody been killed with a Cutco knife before. I've never heard of anything coming back on Cutco about their knives. It's some of the sharpest kitchen knives on in America anyway, say on the planet. But this is just nuts, man. What the hell?
Well,
they doing everything they can.
Or if the firearm straight blows up in your face. If it's a straight up malfunction.
Yeah.
But yeah, there should be no reason. It shouldn't be one of those. I broke into this guy's house, so he killed me with his Smith & Wesson as I was going into his daughter's room. So now I'm going to sue Smith & Wesson for this hole I got in my shoulder. That shouldn't be how it works. No.
Look at this stat. On average, 32 people die in alcohol-related crashes every day, according to the NHTSA. I ain't never seen no alcohol company or beverage store held accountable for any of it.
Nope.
So I'm trying to figure out what's their precedent. What could possibly be your precedent for upholding any of this? Not to mention
control.
It's against the Second Amendment.
No, it's control. We all know what it's for.
Now, mind you, guys, just to be clear, the rules that are going into effect tomorrow do not say you can't build your own firearm. They're just saying you have to build it with a serialized lower. And it's only affecting 80% pistols.
So
it's not yet affecting AR-15s or AR-9s or PCCs, but they're headed that way, I believe. But it's not just yet.
One of the official ATF docs. The department agrees that firearms privately made by non-prohibited persons solely for personal use generally do not come under the purview of the GCA 109. This rule does not restrict law-abiding citizens' ability to make their own firearms from parts for self-defense or other lawful purposes. Under this rule, non-prohibited persons may continue to lawfully complete, assemble, and transfer unmarked firearms without a license as long as they are not engaged in the business of manufacturing, importing, dealing, or transacting curio or relic firearms in a manner requiring a license.
Yeah, what he just said. Yeah.
And there's more to that. Yeah. Neither the GACA nor this implementing rule requires unlicensed individuals to mark non-FA firearms they make for their personal use or to transfer them to an FFL for marking. Such individuals who wish to produce, acquire, or transfer PMF should, however, determine whether they are in applicable restrictions under their state or local laws. Whew.
Yeah,
All that stuff.
Well, here's what we're going to see in the next couple weeks. Here's what I anticipate seeing. We've already got one company that's suing the ATF for yeah, you're good, Raymond. I mean, we're all good. If we got them in our possessions, we're all good. But what's going to happen is there are a lot of companies out there that either A, are not FFLs that have a lot of inventory, or B, are FFLs that have a lot of inventory without serial numbers on them. They're going to be filing lawsuits saying that it's a detriment. This rule is a detriment to their business. Like one of the other companies is right now, they're saying, hey, this is a big part of our income. And now you're saying that now our income is going away because of your rule. So there's probably going to be a lot of lawsuits tomorrow. I'm sure we'll get inundated by our emails and our notifications, push notifications from YouTube and all of the other social media outlets. So, yeah, I got a closet full of them too, Raymond. And let's see what he says. So, Bob, so if 80% kit is a firearm tomorrow, I lend my tools to my friend to complete the firearm. You, yeah, sure. I mean, if they've got a firearm and you loan them a tool to cut a hedge, I mean, I might go out and cut a hedge with a Hosco. Yeah, I'm just pruning it. Use a Dremel to drill a hole and plant a flower out in the back. I can use a Dremel to do that. I don't know. Yeah, you good, Raymond? Yeah. It did. Look, guys, this does not affect anything you currently have in your possession. Anything you have in your possession is yours. You can build it. You can leave it sit until this all switches around again. It's up to you. You just can't purchase any new frames as of tomorrow unless some injunction comes down tomorrow. You just can't purchase any frame unless it's from a FFL that has it serialized to the specifications in the rules as noted, unless they change that. Which again, back to, we don't know what they changed. So let's see. We shall see if a company will sell a frame precursor without a jig. Well, what'd you say with this coin? And Sheepa says the ATF has been at this point, who knows? But the fact I've heard of several people receiving notes saying save your jigs makes me curious for sure. Yeah. What's up,
once in
Mississippi
the FTQ80 community, I've seen it, and I've seen it mentioned once now on Reddit as well.
Yeah.
Different person.
Well, that just goes back to what happened late last year, where they were breaking up the kits, selling, sending the jigs and everything else separate from the actual frame. But the rules as they read right now, which is what they might have changed that, because that's been a big topic in the news cycle over the last few weeks. That might be what they changed. Again, no clue yet, but that might be what they changed, because there were a lot of channels out there reporting that according to how it was worded, ambiguous as it was or is, that it could be sold without the jig and everything else. But then you have the whole section that specifically talks about serialization.
Yep.
Which is contradictory
to the rest of it.
To the rest of it.
to the whole rest of it. The other 79.8% of the doc.
Yeah. Let me say, unless you go to what? No quarter 80. They're already selling just the frames. Well, as of tomorrow, I hope they're not. And again, if anybody, guys, if you're in the forum, any news that comes up, please post it in the forum so we know, because I don't always see everything. Weapon doesn't always see everything. We do have jobs, we work, even though I'm in there most of the day anyway. But
I've subscribed to all the gun tubers and get all the updates from Guns and Gadgets and those guys. So I mean, I try to stay up on stuff, but sometimes I don't get a chance to watch it or whatever the case may be. So getting occasionally people posting it in the forum with subtitles for my old ass this is helpful.
Bob, where'd you see the rule changes that I haven't received anywhere? Where'd you find them at? I know Guns and Gadget had the letter, but he didn't post where the changes were listed at. If you have a link, let's see, where can he send the link to, man? Because he said he's not able to post it for some reason.
Why don't you just put the link in the post that Ram put up for tonight's show in the forum? Yeah,
if you go on the forum and put it up there, I'll grab it from there and post it up. Mm-hmm. But man, this is crazy. So what time we got, man? We're just talking.
We got 10:52. We got 9 minutes left.
Yeah. So you guys got anything that like I said, next week, guys, I'm sorry. If you haven't yet, smash the thumbs up button, guys. The algorithm is against us, so we definitely want to maybe get a little bit of traction here. Smash that thumbs up button.
Yeah, guys, 19 people watching, 20 people watching. We're missing 9 thumbs ups.
If this is your first time here, if you're not in the chat and this is your first time watching us, you've probably heard us talk about a bunch of different things. But like I said before, we talk about anything gun related, First, Second Amendment related, or Constitution related. We primarily talk about 80%, but we do talk about anything as long as it's respectful. There's no subject that's off limits. So if you want to talk about, Shetland ponies, we'll talk about it if we know anything about Shetland ponies. But if you want to join us over on the forum, it's www.ftq80.info/forum. You can come over there. We're always there. We're sharing all the information on how to do certain things, how to do stippling, how to do build you a oven for curing, anything and everything, etching. We got a couple of etching experts in Weapon XYZ and Hawkeye. They both expert etchers. They definitely share all their knowledge and information. And if you guys want to know how to build your firearm or fine tune your firearm, you can absolutely ask us over there. What we got? A new little pony build. Yeah.
As long as it's got a pretty mane I can brush on the top of the slide, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, that would be out freaking standing. Oh man, I'm happy to be here, you guys. I wanted to take a nap tonight, but rather come here and hang out with you guys. But if you don't have anything else and you guys don't have anything else, who's talking? What we got? Judge just shafted us today as an activist. What's going on, man? We only need one good judge to end this shit. I think we're gonna win.
I'm staying pretty posive.
Oh,
I'm being an optimist, man. I'm being an optimist. I'm trying not to let it get me down. Me and Ram had a few people ask us like, why haven't you guys been talking about the ruling and stuff, for the last couple weeks? And we were just like, dude, it's been beaten to death with a stick. We went over it already a while ago. We don't want to focus on it every week. But obviously we were going to do it today before tomorrow for sure.
Before tomorrow happened.
We didn't just want to keep on dwelling on it, man.
Yeah, because it can get pretty monotonous. You buy the stippling job too. That's Hawkeye for you. Yeah. Next week we'll talk about weapons that you can make at home. So I know Hawkeye knows a bunch of stuff you can probably make at home. So Hawkeye, if you want to come on and join us next week, man. As far as I know, we can show anything other than guns. So if you've got some homemade stuff that you want to show on the channel next week, be here, because we'll be talking about any EDC, any weapons that could be a crossbow, could be an axe, can be a knife, could be a freaking boomerang. maybe I'll buy one of those things to make the boomerang clock.
So I've got a few questions in here. So be easy. He said he's a little late to the party, a little late to the chat. His main question is: are they banning both lowers and kits, or are they banning just the kits? But will we still be able to buy lowers? We kind of went over that a little bit earlier. I know you just got in. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody really knows truly what the ATF is talking about, because they're talking about it in Dr. Seuss fucking nursery rhymes that nobody can understand the legal mumble jumble bullshit that they're spitting out of their mouths. You can't tell I'm a little frustrated.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's like the Peanuts when they're talking to their parents or any adult. Yeah. That's all anybody can make, hide their hair out of what the ATF is saying. We had touched earlier on, Bob, don't hold back. We had touched a little bit earlier on, are they going to break this up? Is one company going to be able to sell the frame, and then another company, like let's say Rook, for example, just because they got really well known in the building community for parts. Let's say Polymer 80 sells just the frame, Rook sells all the parts, and if you don't have a jig, you're SOL. I mean, who knows how they're going to handle it? Yeah, word salads, exactly. Who knows how they're going to handle it at this point? We were talking about the divide in the community, where half of the community says, oh yeah, you have to have your firearm serialized now, and the other half of the community that's, well, you can still get your frame and stuff, but you wouldn't be able to purchase all of the parts to put together a fully a fully assembled build by the time you were done, all from one-stop shop. So who knows? I mean, we'll see what happens within the next week. Yeah,
that doesn't affect most of us anyway.
If they don't,
we shop
if
around
they don't
anyway.
extend it for another 30 days, I mean, there's workarounds. I mean, we all know that. If for some reason it does come down to the blister pack sales of stuff, it's not like the greater, closer knit build community isn't going to go, oh, hey, you doing a G26 next week? Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'm doing a G19 this week. You want to swap jigs? Oh, okay, cool, man. I'll ship that to you. You send me. I'll have it on Tuesday. You'll have yours Thursday.
Well,
who knows?
Here's the other side of it. Most times, unless you've built about 20 of these things, your jig, the holes on it are not going to be perfect after the first time you use it, because you're going to hit it a little bit.
Yeah, occasionally. Let's say if you're a good builder, you take your time, you're precise, you don't chew up the jig, you might be able to get 5 builds out of it. If you're somebody who does it perfect and the inside of your jig looks like the it's like the long drop tube at Disney World, then yeah, you might be fine.
Is Gun Cut still selling that guide that they built?
Yeah, of course they are.
Buy one of those guys and you'll never mess up a jig.
No, you'll never need the jig.
Well, you still need the jig to know exactly where to drill.
That's true.
You still need the jig, but if you use the guide is going to keep it straight going through the hole, and you'll never nick the very little of the jig anyway. That's why it was designed, so you can be able to use a hand drill versus the Dremel.
Yeah, Hawkeye just said you need to open the jig hole at 3mm and 4mm before drilling. Yeah, I typically will take my drill bit sans frame and just ream it in the hole, a little bit of the jig just to make sure it was formed right, and I'm not going to catch on it when I go to try to drill into my frame and spin my jig around the apartment or anything.
That's yeah, that's right, Raymond. If they set up the jig, if they set up the Dremel station and everything's tight, should be on point. So if you haven't seen those Dremel setup videos, look through the video library after the show. If part 3 is over on Rumble, though, YouTube didn't want me to show part 3, which was actually drilling the holes in a jig. I mean, in a jig. Didn't even have a frame in the jig, but they didn't want me to show anything concerning drilling. It was hilarious, but they deleted it, and I put it over on Rumble. So go over there and check for RAMjetta design or JettaMan designs over there. So posted general forums. Yeah, okay. Give me a second. Let me go over there and get it. What other comments we had? There were some other comments there.
Yeah,
weapon.
Absolutely. If I can find my cursor here, there we go. Two-A all day said bombs. It's funny you mentioned that.
Let's not.
When I kind of mentioned that topic to Ram, I was like, why don't we have kind of a little fun and do a segment where we discuss other firearms or other weapons or other self-defense tools or home defense tools that you can make at home or modify or even customize at home. And I was like, within reason, I was like, I mean, I do make a mean Carmex bomb, but I don't think we should probably go that far. I don't need the boys showing up to my house looking for my my thermite or something.
Probably not. I always wondered about thermite.
Tom Pettick said a one-time use serial number on bombs. Oh, that was that goddamn serial number 5643235. We found the last 4 numbers on the black box. I mean, no. We were able to put together the shrapnel, and we came up with 666.
All right, guys. On that note, we're gonna shut it down for tonight. I posted the link to the Federal Register. Thank you, Mr. Bob Masavo. I got it, and hopefully it came through on your end. I see it on my phone. Let's see. Make sure it goes to where it's supposed to go. It is thinking about it. It's thinking about it. It looks like YouTube is shutting it down because I can't do. Somebody else try and click on that link and see where it sends you, because I went to YouTube redirect and it is shut. Wow.
It brings me to the Federal Register doc.
You got to it? Okay.
Yeah, I have it here. I can share it.
Oh no, I got the link in there.
Okay.
I just went out. Okay. It asked me to download it. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the link. It'll download the thing to your phone or however you're connected to us.
Yeah.
It's really useful.
Tumbleson said thermite plus HDD equals fun and no data leaks. Yep.
Absolutely. Anyway, guys, we're about to shut this down for tonight. I mean, sounds like everybody's got a pretty good handle on what's going to happen tomorrow right now until we see some updates and everything going on. So
sort of.
Oh man, I tell you, it's an interesting life we live in, the world we live in. There's just so much going on. Just everybody, just take care of your families, take care of you, watch your six.
One
There's
fish,
nothing else we can do.
two fish, red fish, blue fish. ATF is selfish and they want all the guns for themselves.
Yeah, no doubt. And they want us all to be in chains and not being able to do anything. So, but guys, until next week, we will see you later. We definitely appreciate you being here. Keep building, keep teaching others how to build, keep fighting for your freedom, and we'll see y'all next week. All right, talk to you later, man.